There are lessons that fathers teach their sons. How to throw a ball, how to change your car tire, how to stand tall when it's your turn to stand tall. But there might be one lesson that's slipping away, fathers, that you have to teach your sons. Teach your son to vote. And if you're a young man and you're watching this video and you don't have a father, well then just take this advice from me like I was your father. Hi, my name is Ross McLean. I'm a former law enforcement officer. I've done close protection work for billionaires. I've worked for some of the largest companies in the world. And I've seen behind the curtains once or twice to see exactly how things happen. And I think I've got an important message here for fathers and for sons. You know, I'm sure fathers, you look at your boys and you say, I've never missed a chance to fight for you, son. You might not have seen it, but I've never missed a chance to fight for you. Well, you don't want to disappoint him on this one. You want to stand up and you want to fight for him on this one. And you got to teach him this lesson on voting. This shouldn't be a regret for you. Fathers, I want you to get together with your sons and say, son, I want to take you to come vote with me in this federal election. You know, he might look at you and say, well, why, Dad? Nothing ever changes. Nothing's ever good. And you have to tell him that it is time and it does matter when you show up. What it counts to win in elections is not who is the loudest, it's who shows up. And you don't want to miss this opportunity to help your son help secure his future going forward. You know, in the last Canadian federal election, there were over 2 million young men between the ages of 18 to 24 who didn't vote. There's more people that don't vote than vote. That's nearly 60% of all eligible voters in that age range. The older voters are flooding into the polls. The activists are all showing up at the polls. All the ones who want something for themselves, not for what your son and his future needs. You know, of those 60% of young men who didn't go out and vote, had they voted, it could have turned the last federal election. It's going to turn this federal election. Who shows up to vote is what's going to decide this federal election, not who's loud or who has the best slogans. There's actually a lot of ridings in this country that are very close, that could be flipped just by a few more people showing up. And that's why it's important you get your son out to vote. Not just because it's a duty. It really is a rite of passage, though. It's a chance for you and him to at least take a stand on where you want the future to go in this country. I'm sure right now your sons are looking and saying, I don't see much of a future. How am I going to afford a house? How can I get a good paying job? Or maybe they're already working 2 or 3 of them. Maybe they've done all the right things, but you know that right now it's rigged against them. It's time to come stand out and get your son. Take him out, explain to him how doing this now is going to prepare him for the future. I'm sure if he doesn't think he has a future, he hasn't looked too much at how he's going to work it. Time to give him some hope. When you're talking to your son, ask him about his friends. I'm sure not all of his friends have fathers. Someone who's looking out for them. Someone who'll fight for them. Ask your son to ask them to come along with you. Take them out and vote. And explain to those boys why it's important that they take the time to vote. Because the future belongs to those who show up. And this is going to be an important time going forward for the next 4 to 10 years to set the stage for the success for your kids. You worked hard all your life. Don't let it all go away on this one. Let's make this election count. At least you be counted. At least your son be counted. At least the things that you care for, stand up for them. Because if you don't, the other people will be happy to take it all away from you. This is Ross McLean for the McLean Chronicles. Please share this video with other fathers or sons. Or if you're a son and you see this, share it with your dad. Get a chance to get back together. Let's all move ahead and have a better tomorrow. But it starts today. If you like this video, please subscribe. If you want to be part of the ones that make a difference in this world, you want to know how to make a difference, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next video.